Thank you. This last 6 months have been just pure torture. You know firsthand what trauma this is.
Good morning.
Morning.
Apologize for the volume level of the video, but we're locked out of the volume control box over here. So when I go to play the video, if you want to go out in the hallway to hear it better. Welcome to the February meeting of the Computer Club. Agenda is a copy and paste from every preceding month. Treasurer's report, very simple. We have money and we're willing to spend it.
I'll take some.
This is, we're not asking for volunteers to spend the money, thank you. This was a Chuck E. Cheese. Membership continues to thrive at now at 1523, and we have the rolling 3-year renewals, and that's why we're showing 3 years up on the screen. Computer Club Matters, again, is a cut and paste from previous months. We're continuing to meet on the second Thursday of the month at 9:30 in the morning with coffee and donuts at 9. The lab is open Monday and Thursday mornings, 9 to noon, and it will be open after our meeting this morning. Apple Group will meet on the first Tuesday of the month, and Photography Group has been at Snowbird Land, and their next meeting is March 1st. Next month, our feature presentation is home automation. You see these 8 companies, they've all announced all kinds of layoffs and reduction in staff. Well, I want to dissuade you and clarify a rumor that's going around. We're not laying off anybody at the club. In fact, we do have openings for more lab techs. We offer flexible hours. All skill levels are needed. And our fringe benefits are unique. They're the donuts that are left over from today's meeting. Did you know that with your membership, you can always find extras at no charge? You need to upgrade your Windows software? We can help you. You need to create a Gmail account? We know how to do that. We know about cloud storage. We know how to move photos to and from the cloud. We can help you do that. You have some old VHS tapes laying around you want to convert to digital? Come on in, we've got 2 workstations for that. If you just got a new iPhone and you want help to upload the old iPhone to the new iPhone and you don't want your husband to help, we can help. Dave. Computer classes are free for members, held in the lab, no reservations or tickets required. Just remember to bring your username and password. Classes for the balance of the month. Next week we have an advanced iPhone class, tips and tricks for the advanced user, and talking about iOS 16.3. Cutting the cord is back. It's been requested, and Shelley is coming in to do a class on that. Our monthly Android class, and our new class that Therese is going to be talking about on how to create custom cards, custom greeting cards online for pickup at a local store at a significantly reduced cost from commercially developed cards. Community Matters, Valentine's Day dinner dance in this room on the 14th. The next Sun City Board meeting is the 22nd. The Heinz 57 Bowl, otherwise known as the Super Bowl, is Sunday. For those that want to continue your education in the adult world and learn how to lose money on 2 cards, there's the blackjack class coming up. For those that want to learn more about using the Sun City website, Sandy Oslins will be doing training on the 16th, and the ever-popular Consumer Showcase returns on the 23rd of March. Moving on, we have Teresa here who's going to give us a presentation on making custom greeting cards online. Teresa?
Oh, you're all out there. Okay, all right. Greeting cards, greeting cards, greeting cards. We all hear about that. We've had some presentations. Ralph has given a presentation a couple months back on Hallmark, making them at home on the Hallmark program. And our own Sun City, Del Webb here, has a class on making cards and things like that that you can sign up for through the lifestyles. I have a different way, not a different way, but kind of like another way. And I work in the lab and I do a lot of more of the medium. If your computer has a virus or you want to install a program, do not come to me. You would come to the gentleman sitting around here. I could not install a program or anything, but I could help you with some cards. I have some notes here because you know how it gets. There are many stores out there now that you can go on and make your own cards. All you have to do is go on Google, we all know Google, and put in the line, search for make custom cards, or stores near me with custom cards, or anything like that. And a load of stores will come up that have that. CVS does it. Walmart does it. Let me see what else I have over here. Office Depot does it, and Costco. Now, some of them have changed. Some of them have stopped or gone through different areas of making cards, but you can pick one of those. I picked Walgreens. I work with Walgreens. Walgreens is close by us over here, right on the corner, and you can make your card and get it in no time. You would go to the Walgreens site here, and up on the left there, it would come up menu. And when you press menu, you would go down, and you're going to go down to photos. And in the photos, I'm going to do this. When you press that, this is what's going to come up. And this tells you about, what did I do? Oh, there we go. Oh, one more. Okay. See, I told you, I'm not technical. I could get into this. And when you get to photos, this will come up, and you would click cards and stationery, because that's what you're looking for. After you click cards and stationery, you go one more, and this is the one I should be on, and it tells you everything about what kind of cards you want. You would pick the one you want. Hold on, we need to get to see what we have here. And when you click on one of those, it's going to come up with different cards and styles for what you're interested in, and they're all personal. I'm not going to get into all the technical how to make the card now, because I'll be conducting a class the last Monday in February on making cards through Walgreens. And let me show you some of the cards that I made. You could have a picture in your card. You could put one picture up to 12 pictures in the card. The cards are 5 by 7, and the cost is unbelievable. They start for a very nice card at $2.99, and Walgreens always, and I mean always, they usually don't use a superlative like that, but Walgreens always has some kind of deal. The last card I made, and I'm going to show it to you, was $1.29, and I picked it up in a half hour. So, you know, it's good to do stuff like that. This is one of the cards I made. This is my, doesn't matter that it's my granddaughter, but she was in a concert band, and I wanted to congratulate her. So I took a couple of the pictures. I picked out a card from Walgreens style, and I put the two pictures in there, and then I wrote on the other side. You open it up, you could write whatever you want. Writing something is also easy using, well, if you use Walgreens, but what you would do with that is go online and go to Google again and write in there, what do I say to my 18-year-old granddaughter graduating high school? What do I say to somebody who just went through a hard time and is doing very well? What do I say? Do I congratulate my 83-year-old sister? I mean, where are you going to need a card for an 83-year-old? But you just put in Google in sayings, it will come up with so much. And not that you have to copy that saying, but you can adjust it and add your own words, but get an idea of some of the things people say. And this is all working through Walgreens and Google. And this is one of the cards that I made. Another one is this card. I had a friend who turned 80, like we all have friends who turn 80. And I forgot to put 80 on the front of it after I got it done. But I don't know if you can read the saying on there. It's really different. And let me see. Let me get my card and read it to you. Because we all went out for dinner to celebrate her 80th birthday. People bought her presents. I mean, some of those friends that got her things. When she got this card, she sat there and read it and laughed, and it meant so much to her. And she passed it around the whole table. And it was just, like I said, if you look for the right saying, it means a lot. And she's 80, and this says, well done on living 80 years of life. What an incredible achievement. 29,200 days, 700,800 hours. It goes through all that, how many minutes, and then I put one amazing daughter and one beautiful grandson. I mean, to me, how did you find something like that in the store? It was very personable and meaningful. So that's that one, and that has no pictures. Didn't want, you could do them without any pictures. And this is 5x7. You pick that out. The next card I had, this is me and my granddaughter. It's her 17th birthday, and it says 17-year-old granddaughter. I mean, what I'm trying to impress is that, first of all, they're easy to make through Walgreens, and secondly, they're very, very personal. And you could do those with Walgreens, with a Hallmark, and you could do it with the Sun City course that we have. However, you don't need to buy a program and install it. You don't need to buy ink or paper or leave your house or do anything. Not that I'm degrading that, but it's just easy to go by my computer, sit down. Within 15, 20 minutes, I have a card, pick it up at Walgreens, and I'm done. You don't have to ever say again, oh my God, I forgot, it's Susie's birthday tomorrow. I didn't get her a card or anything. Make the card, get it, and it's gone. Okay, that's just part of what we do. Now, before I get into my class on the final, last Monday of February, what I'm going to do a little differently, I'll conduct the class, but I'm going to have you just sit back and relax and watch. Because if I have everyone go on their computer and press this button and press that one will say, I didn't get there. Well, how did you get here? Well, I didn't do this, or back up. It's too much. So I've decided, just come and sit, relax, and I'll demonstrate how to do the entire program, making a card with pictures, with one, with five, with none, how to find a saying, how to put it on the card, and so forth. After that, it should be a long time. I'm able to stay, and if anybody has any questions or would like to try and get on the site and do it, I'll be happy to work with you. If you do come, if you would like to bring a flash drive, if you're going to put pictures on there, on your card, if you have pictures on the flash drive, I'll show you how to put the pictures onto the card. But Walgreens also shows you all of that, but we can do that on that Thursday. So that's why I use Walgreens. There are other sites such as Snapshot, Shutterfly, Zazzle. You can go on there and you can make a card, and they also are, like, they start at $3, so that's not bad. I'm talking about a price ratio here. However, you have to pay for shipping, which sometimes is more than the card. And it takes a while, 3, 4, 5 days, so you don't get the card right away. So you have to look at that. I mean, how many of us today can go into a Hallmark and look at a card, a birthday card, $6, $7, $8? Are you kidding me? That's what they are. I'd buy the card. I'd make my own card here for $2 and put $5 in it and send the card out. I mean, that's better than paying $7 for a card. And when you go to the store, I can't believe it. Even around here where we live in Del Webb, there's not so many cards that you could find for 75 and 80-year-olds. You know, if you're past 18 or 21, you don't see cards anymore. Maybe one at 30, one at 40. But how many 81s, 82, 85? How many cards? You know, it's just the idea that they're very personal cards. So that's what I have. Maybe I'll see you on the last Monday in February. And we'll work with that. And I do a lot of other media things in the labs, and we'll come in. Any questions? Nothing? Good. Yes?
Now, I have an odd question.
Uh-oh.
So we use Walgreens all the time to make calendars every year, and we love it. We've done it forever.
We got a microphone coming.
We use Walgreens, we've done it every year to make our calendars, and we've done it over and over again, and it's wonderful. It's easy, and you can add a lot of clip art, you can put pictures, you can put special dates and write special things on each date. The only issue we've had lately is, because it's our calendar, when we try to write things on it, the photo stock paper, the pens don't work on it. And I noticed you'd signed one of your cards. Do you have any issue with that, and what's your trick if you're able to sign it? And it's just happened since we moved to Huntley. When we lived in our last house, that it didn't happen that way. But the photo stock in Huntley, and I called them even, and I said, did you change your photo stock or something? They said no, but it's regular photo paper, so sometimes it's hard to write on. So I just wondered if you had a trick. That's the only thing we've noticed as an issue, but we love it. We use Walgreens all the time to make books and calendars, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But it was an odd question, so.
Well, I guess, like you say, you can use a Sharpie, and Roger said that, and John, she said you can use a Sharpie. I've never had a problem signing the cards. I don't know if the paper stock is different from the calendar stock, which it shouldn't be, because if you're going to have a calendar, you're obviously going to write on it. But, and you call them, and they said no. And,
The lady said that it's their regular photo paper.
I probably would want to call them again and say, hey, what's going on here? Let them know that you're having that kind of a problem. But like Rod suggested, why do I keep calling you Rod? Ron,
Whatever works.
John Sterling said, use a Sharpie. I guess a Sharpie would work.
Yeah, but it smears.
Yeah, it smears, and it's a little thicker, the Sharpie.
Gel pen. Use a gel pen.
Use a gel pen, that's another suggestion.
The examples that Teresa brought are not photo paper, they're normal cardstock.
Yeah, this is
They're
cards,
not glossy, so they're easy to write on.
and the cards will be up here if anybody wanted to see them. And I'm talking about Walgreens. I'm not actually promoting Walgreens as the best thing ever. It's close for me, and it works. And people are happy with what I do, so that's what I want to do. Any other
Another
questions?
question in the back.
Hi. It's not so much of a question, but to make people aware. I make my own cards occasionally, and I brought to the post office recently, and the postage has gone crazy. You can buy a card, a Hallmark card or something, and they weigh it now. So it's not just a forever stamp, they're gonna charge more. And I made a card, it was close to $1 to send out, because when they bend it to see how hard the paper is. If it's hard, then they consider it to be something maybe that needs special handling. So it's not like it used to be with postage where you just stick a stamp on it and mail it out. Your cards may be closer to just using one postage forever stamp. I don't even know anymore.
That's interesting. That's interesting to know. Maybe it's a bigger card from.
I don't know, but a woman came in, I went to the post office yesterday, and a woman before me, she had 4 cards with her that I guess there were Valentine's Day cards, because they're making the cards bigger now. And so she handed them in and said, do I need any extra postage? Each card needed extra postage. So everyone should be aware that you just can't, if you're buying a card, you just can't send it with one stamp. You
I
have to
put it
check.
in my mailbox at home. That's what we do.
But
It's interesting, if the cards are bigger and way more, I would assume that's gonna start to happen.
especially if it's thick.
Right, interesting, okay. Anybody?
That's true. I mailed the card today, and on the envelope, it said extra postage
Yeah.
required.
Mhm.
It was just a card.
I've seen that on a couple of envelopes I do have that says extra postage required. Yeah, but you can still put the regular stamp on it. Susie?
Teresa, I would imagine that you always get an envelope with every card you buy.
Yes, you-
Well, you buy.
Yes, you do. Yes, you get an envelope with it and everything. Mhm. You can write on the back, and there's quite a bit. I mean, I don't want to go into the detail of how to design them, but there's a lot that goes into it. And I'm going to use a phrase that I really don't like it. When I hear this phrase, I'm immediately turned off. It's really easy. Anybody can do it. When I hear that, I'm gone. But this is really easy, and anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, yes.
But just for your information, Pasco doesn't have that department anymore.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah, some I was looking this up, and some of them don't anymore. And like Office Depot has it, but you sit there, you make it, and you take it home, with you. So there's all different kinds of things. It's what your preference is. And like I said, I use Walgreens because they're right here, and they are good. Okay. I'm done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any Packer backers here? 1997 a pair. I didn't see any Bears versions, probably because nobody wants them. Bears are cheaper, yes, thank you, Ralph. Presentation goes number 2. PassKeys, new password replacement. Do a little history here. Why do we have passwords? Security, and to confuse ourselves. How many have a list of passwords by their computer? Now hold, keep your hands up. How many of you use the same password more than once? Aha, this is for you. Now we've gone from passwords. Oh yeah, when was the first password used? And I don't mean the CBS television program from back in the black and white days.
1, 2, 3.
First password was used in 1962 at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. ARPANET, the Advanced Research Projects Network, was launched in 1969. That was the precursor to our World Wide Web. Email was first used in the ARPANET in 1971, and the web was launched in 91. Everybody had one of these. Now we went from passwords to passphrases, like the quick brown fox jumped over the fence. And that's a sentence you could remember and use over and over again. And went from passphrases, of course, to your own paper list of passwords. This is the evolution here we're talking about. Now everybody, of course, has new passwords for every use, right? We know that's not quite true. And a couple months ago, we did a presentation here of password managers, which supposedly made password usage that much easier. Many of the financial institutions have implemented what's called two-step verification, where you log in, you put in your password, and they send you a text message with a 6-digit number that you have to enter to be able to actually access your account. That's improving security significantly over just a password or any of the other items. It's all of it is in the name of security, to protect you from yourself more than anything else. How true. PassKeys are a promise of improved security. And the more I research this, the more I realize how true it is that it's going to be an improvement in protecting ourselves. It's a very, very new technology. I'm going to get a little geeky here with some of this because it is so new. Apple introduced their implementation last June. This is not an Apple product. It was developed by a company of all names, FIDO, F-I-D-O. They're an independent organization, as they say, an alliance of an industry association with a mission of improving authentication standards and improving security on the internet and so forth. So they came out with it, Apple adopted it, and so has Microsoft and Google for Chrome, Firefox. All of the major software companies have adopted it, and now it's a matter of the businesses out there adopting it, because it does take their participation to really make it work. Downside of early adoption is the app being used and the account or the business whose app it is must both support PassKeys. In other words, your operating system has to support PassKeys. And the video I'll show later, Best Buy has incorporated PassKeys. And since both ends of it have the passkey functionality, it's a way to use it. It's a slow adoption process out there, and it works primarily with apps for your smartphone or your tablet, but you can also access it via your laptop. All right, here's the geeky part. I have to read this. You can read it. When a user is asked to sign into an app or a website, the user approves the sign-in with the same biometrics, which is your Face ID or your fingerprint, or a PIN, your 4 or 6-digit number, that you have used to unlock your device. So the number or the Face ID that you use to open your smartphone is the same thing used here to access the passkey. So there's no password, it's all biometrics. You don't have to remember anything except to use your face. And you use that instead of the traditional username and password. A little further in the geek world, the private key is what's on your phone or your tablet or your computer. And that's something you set up in the operating system and identify it that you want to use passkeys for password usage. On the other side, the public key is, in this case, Best Buy, who says, yeah, we want to support passkeys. So they put that option in their system so that when you log into them, when you log into your device and then with the app, go to the Best Buy website. And I'm using Best Buy because I know they've got passkey and it works. You go to the Best Buy website, the Best Buy says, oh, you want to use passkey? Well, here's a secret code number. Comes back to your device. The Face ID says, yeah, you're you. And it goes back then to Best Buy and you're logged in. And with really high-end security. The great part about it is, if someone gets your phone, they obviously don't get your face. So you have that protection level. Now, if you have more than one device, like some of us, and I'm guilty with an iPhone, an iPad, an iMac, once I've set this up on any of them, it'll work across all of them. And that's a direction that Microsoft is going, Google is going, Samsung is going, all of the manufacturers, so that once you have a passkey set up, it's going to work across all of your devices. Without any extra effort on your part, will automatically link everything together. Should have learned this back when I was 12. Okay, to reiterate, with passkey you log onto your device rather than the account that you want to access. In other words, you log into your iPhone or your smartphone there, so when you want to access your account at the bank, you don't have to do another password. Access to the account is granted because you have the device rather than having to have a password. Again, it's the biometric feature of it, which means you have to turn on Face ID on your smartphone to be able to take full advantage of it. Your account cannot be hacked because the hacker does not have your device. And even if they do, again, they don't have your face. So your accounts cannot be hacked using the passkey approach. And I already said that. Platforms that support passkey today include Edge and Chrome on Windows, Edge and Chrome being the browsers, Edge, Safari, and Chrome on the Mac OS. Believe it or not, the Mac will support other product, and the Chrome operating system. iOS 16.3, and you have to have 16.3 if you're an Apple user. Mac OS Ventura, which is the latest OS version, and the latest version of the Android operating system. Automatically sync passkeys across all of your devices. Microsoft has promised to have this up and running by the end of the year. Now, if you want to dig deeper into this, take a picture of the screen, and there's a YouTube link. They'll play a video, not the one I'm showing you in a few minutes, but a different one. It's about 10 minutes, and it really digs deep into passkeys and how to use them and how to make them work. Now, we do save all of these, we do video these, and put them on the website. So if you miss it now, it'll be up on the website, what, this afternoon, Kim? Or in 5 minutes, but it goes to YouTube. So you can go to our website, find the link, and then download the video and capture this at the same time. And now.
Yes, this is Ahmed Siddiqui again. I'm with Swipe, and today I'm going to show you a really cool feature called Apple Passkey, which was just released on the latest build.
This guy uses Best Buy and explains how that he sets it up on his iPhone and how Best Buy sets it up on their end and how they work together. It runs about 3 minutes, but it's super informative.
iOS 16, and this is the way for you to get rid of all of your passwords. So there haven't been a ton of apps out there that are using it yet, but I can totally see this being the future because websites and apps like Best Buy, which I'm really excited about because Black Friday coming up, has it implemented. And I haven't really seen too many other fintech applications or payments applications using it yet, but it introduces a whole new level of security. And I'll show you why this is a much better way to secure your account, but also if you're building a payments or fintech application, you definitely should consider implementing this because this is going to be the standard. Both Google and Microsoft have also jumped onto a standard that they're going to be using across their applications as well. And so this is just the beginning. Get on the bandwagon, folks, and I will show you how to get a passkey set up. So now we're going to go into the Best Buy web app, and I went into my account, and then you just scroll all the way down to where it actually says all account settings. And again, you scroll all the way down and it says passkey or face or fingerprint. And go ahead and click the create passkey button. It asks for a face ID, go ahead and click that, and boom, it's ready to go. So now I'm actually going to see how it works when I log out of my account and log in with the passkey. So go ahead, go to my account, hit sign out. And that's going to kick me out of the app. And then now I'm going to go ahead and try to log in with my passkey. So I hit sign in. It's going to try to log me in with my login password that I had saved, but I'm actually going to go ahead and put in my email address for this. And then scroll down where it says sign in with the passkey. And it removes the password field. And then you just go ahead and hit continue. And it's going to ask me for my face ID again. And boom, it's logged in. It's as easy as that. So again, if I ever re-download the app or whatever, it's actually going to have this ready to go. So I definitely think that there is a world that could exist without passwords, and it's really, really secure because it's completely tied to your actual device. And so, again, this is just one cool way of securing your website and making it more secure for people and making it easier for them to not have to store their credentials on a sticky note or however else they're doing it. And so, again, my name is Ahmed Siddiqui with the Anatomy of the Swipe. If you like this, please hit subscribe, tell your friends about it, and I will see you at the next swipe. How to install a doorbell camera for free without an existing doorbell in 30 seconds. Home surveillance companies don't want you to know about this cheap secret.
Sorry.
This $49 light bulb key.
So PassKeys are the new password replacement. Again, you're hearing this as early adopters, perhaps as we're called. The full adoption of this approach is probably months away. I thought it was more in place when I scheduled this, and as I did the research to prepare for this, discovered that maybe 5% of the world is doing PassKeys. But I do see it as something that everyone is going to get on board with. There are some password managers that have already adopted it and putting it into place. So it's coming, and it shows, again, that it's a whole lot safer than our list of passwords on a piece of paper. Any questions? I hope I can answer for you. There's a mic up here for those near the front, and Dave has a walk-around mic, so, and if I don't know the answer, I'll be proud to lie to you.
So you said that one, because I've got a one password bandwagon and everything, and I love it. So is PassKey going to work with one password? It's not that you get rid of one password.
They are working on it now. The research I did on Google, well, you really want, you'll use both, but not really. Once the PassKey is adopted, you won't be really using the passwords anymore because you'll be using your device. It's a replacement, if you will.
Okay. So
but I know they're working on it. I've seen it on YouTube and some other listings where the one pass was that the
yeah, one password
is working with the FIDO people to come to a middle ground to get it to work.
Yeah, because otherwise all these LastPass, one password, they're out of business. Okay.
Louder, Ralph.
I gotta turn it on. Go ahead here.
David.
Yeah.
Are you using this passkey?
I'm just in the places where I can.
Okay.
I set it up for Best Buy. Oh, in case you didn't know, the Best Buy on Randall Road is closing in March.
March 4th.
Yeah.
Now, what I was wondering, if you're using it, did you ever try, your facial identification, did you ever try using the picture to see if it takes a picture as a facial?
Sit down, Ralph. No, it's got to be a 3D image, not a 2D.
I had a question about what happens if two people use the same device, like as your computer. In my particular case, my wife does a lot of my paperwork, and let's say I'm out of town or indisposed.
I have a legitimate answer for you because I've seen it. There are YouTube videos, and the link I put up there touches on it, how more than one person can use a device. So, because you actually transfer your passkey function to the other person. And it also talks about how you could go to a computer that isn't yours and use the passkey there because you've done transfers. And it's a matter of this real geeky stuff, but it's in the YouTube videos. Yeah. Yes.
What happens if you lose or break your phone?
Well, you replace it.
Well, yeah.
No,
but
so
you lost it and now you're going to log in.
It's biometrics. So as long as you can keep your face the same, it doesn't matter if you change telephones. Now, I was wondering if it would work with a beard or not, and it's working. So And my Face ID that I did several years ago was a naked face, but now it's working fine. So to answer your question, if you break your phone, it doesn't matter because it's the same face, same fingerprint. Yes.
You said this is attached to the device. If I use multiple devices, I have like a computer and a phone that I use the same things on. Does it go from one to the other?
Well, Apple has made a point of making sure that once you set it up, say on your iPhone, that it also would transfer to your iPad and your Mac. The other manufacturers have agreed to do the same thing.
Is it platform based like Apple? I have an iPhone, but my computer is a HP.
Not a problem. Again, look at that video and it explains how it works. It's not magic. Well, maybe it is, but they explain how it does work. If you've got an iPhone and an HP, you can access it successfully. Yes.
Okay, I would like to avoid this, but just in case I should pass away or my husband should pass away, is that where transferring your passkey information or whatever you want to call it, do you have to, I mean,
Assuming
access-
that you set up a shared passkey before you pass,
okay.
then it's taken care of.
So you want to share it with,
Don't wait, do it now, not later.
okay, so you want to share it with family or whoever would be accessing your information?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Dave up here in the front.
What happens when I shave my beard and my face changes?
Well, so far in my case, the Face ID I have on my phone is a naked face, and it's working now even with my little beard. So it should work. And if you have problems, just redo your Face ID. It's not a challenge. Other questions? Yes, John, down.
How do you put a face reader on a computer that doesn't have one?
You use your web camera. You have to have a separate camera. Now, most laptops today have a built-in camera. If you have a desktop like I do, I've got a camera that I use for Zoom and FaceTime and all of that. So it's the same technology there. Ken?
Does it require a special camera? Because like Windows, they'll do the face login, but you have to have a special, it has to be a 3D camera, an infrared camera.
That's a good one, because I'm just assuming that the smartphones all have a camera that works, and tablets have cameras that work for this. It may be that you need a 3D camera on your computer if you don't have one built in.
Older laptops don't have it.
No.
Well, then you buy a little camera that works with it. $30, Ken, come on, you can afford it.
You said you have to have a certain upgrade of phones. Does your iPad and computer have to be updated to have them all synced? Like
Well,
if you have a really old
in the
iPad-
Apple world, you need iOS 16.3 or iPad OS 16.3.
And your Mac,
And on your Mac, it is Ventura.
so you.
So you have to have all of the current versions. Now, in the iPhone world, if your phone is a 7 or older, 16.3 doesn't work.
Right.
Okay, so then,
You have to buy all new.
or do without. I mean, those are your choices.
That's how they do it. The older phones don't have the 3D cameras. They didn't have the face recognition.
Could be. Anyway, other questions? Dave?
Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoy. This is totally new technology. Again, I thought it would be more in place by now, but it's coming, and keep your eyes and ears open for it and save yourselves. Thank you all. We'll see you next month.